Uh-oh. The fans are mad at The Rock. This is what my boy was talking about the other day. Before he sent me the clip to check out, he was like, yeah, he's back. He said, but I got to tell you, man, as a fan, this ain't right, man. They screwing Cody. And I was like, all right, so, you guys notice in my reaction, I kind of understood at a certain point. I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. So the fans think The Rock is a big old piece of trash. Well, let's check this out. The Rock may be cooking in the WWE once again, but some fans aren't super happy about it because it seems his return has knocked a major storyline off track. Here's the deal. Last night, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson got into an intense stare-down with the current undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns at the end of ESPN's WWE SmackDown. An insane moment, seemingly, setting up a match between the two wrestlers. Indeed, rumors have been floating around today that they will fight in the next couple of months, maybe at WrestleMania in early April. And the online response is a bit lukewarm, if we're totally being honest. Sure, there are die-hard Rock supporters who want to see their champ turned actor wipe the floor with Reigns, but a lot of people are pointing to recent Royal Rumble winner Cody Rhodes and are asking why it seems his story is now taking a back seat to The Rock's. It's interesting because he had said something, when he came out, Tyrone, he was like, but not at WrestleMania. And then The Rock came out and I was like, oh, that's the moment I was like, okay, I see what he was talking about. Like, this is not giving Cody the light at WrestleMania. It's giving The Rock. And The Rock is not beyond being turned on now. I was at the Royal Rumble where they were trying to push Roman and people didn't want it. And I remember The Rock came out and he, did his thing and then he held up Roman's hand and people were booing the hell out of him. Even me, a die-hard Rock fan, I wasn't booing, but there's a video I took and I'm like, nah, Rock, nah, I can't go with this. I can't go along with that. I say something like that. Everybody's booing and stuff, and The Rock is holding his hand up like. And if The Rock had, he's a busy dude, but if he had been watching, he shouldn't have been making that face. He should just been, and because he should have known what type of response he was going to get to push Roman. See, right before The Rock came out for his stare down, CR Cody Rhodes talked about taking Roman Reigns' title from him, a right to challenge Cody earned by winning the Royal Rumble just last week, and then seemingly stepped aside as he introduced The Rock to the crowd, as if to indicate DJ's getting the chance instead of him. Yes, that's exactly how it felt. I'm a guy coming in that's not been watching for years, and it didn't feel right. That's kind of shocking for fans because Rhodes has been on the road to Roman for a while now. The Rock only recently hopped back into the ring. As we previously reported, Dwayne called out Roman Reigns back in early January during a surprise appearance on Raw, during which he asked if he should be sitting at the head of the table. So it seems clear The Rock wants the title, and that's where people are starting to voice their frustration because it sounds like the WWE's not really interested in furthering Cody Rhodes' journey anymore. Basically, they've backed a different dog in the ring, and based on the X trend, fans are not totally on board. It could be a thing where they sideline him for the numbers, and then they let him get the title from Roman or whatever. The Rock will probably lose to put him over. Maybe they'll do him dirty, jump him or, cheat, whatever. But I get it. I understand. I get it as a fan. I understand. I've been there with John Cena and other people, and I get it. The major question here is it fair for fans to voice their frustration with The Rock at all? Of course. Fans are allowed to be vocal about what they want and what they don't want, about what they like and what they don't like. Of course it's fair. After all, the guy's not writing his own storylines as far as we know. But he's got to say. He's got to say the certain top guys that have a say in what they do, they can say yes or no to something. Hogan. Flair at a time. Triple H. HBK. The Rock. Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Undertaker. These are just naming a few guys that they can refuse to do things. John Cena. You know what I mean? And he's a legend in the sport, so it makes sense the WWE wants to use him, yes, but you have to use him properly. But Johnson recently joined the TKO Group board, the governing body of the WWE and UFC, and he now holds the Rock trademark. So you could say he's got a lot more agency than your average WWE super. Exactly. He can write his own story. Plus, Johnson got a bit of a rep as someone who gets what they want in Hollywood. When he was working on Black Adam, for example, he said he worked his magic to make a standalone film instead of first appearing in Shazam, which he should have been in Shazam. He should have. Departure from the OG plan. He should have. The bottom line, it's funny, he says it right there. Seriously, The Rock may still be cooking, but it seems a few wrestling fans want to try a new recipe. Doesn't sound like it's a few to me. I saw my comment section. So you guys let me know what's happening. Now, if I were The Rock, personally, I would pivot. I would somehow make it so that he gets jumped in. If they're going toward WrestleMania with him, I would have Cody kept in the picture somehow. You make sure light is still on Cody and something happens to The Rock. He gets beat up, he gets injured, sent in an ambulance somewhere, like what the NWO did to him. You do that, and then Cody avenges The Rock and the fans in the ring and takes the title, and then there's some other thing where The Rock gets to go up against Roman either next year or some other event, because I can feel it. It ain't right. 10 million subscribers. Woo!